Here's our end product. Our end product is a strike anywhere match wrapped in toilet paper, dipped in wax. Any questions? Class over. See you next week. No, just joking. We're going to take it a step farther, a little over the top. So let's start from the top. One match. We're going to take a 2-ply. We're going to do some of them in 2-ply, and we're going to do some of them in 1-ply. And you'll see the reason why. Yes, it involves this. Looks familiar? You might have seen it. Here we go. Really simple. Simply fold a standard square of toilet tissue, single ply, down the middle. Stick. Are you following? It just doesn't get a lot easier than this. I'm surprised this isn't a patented product and being sold at the big box store. Okay, now I'm going to end up doing it with all these other matches here off camera. We're just going to do 1 or 2 of them, maybe 3 if you're lucky. I don't want to keep you too long. I know everybody's got life to get back to. Here we go. Rolled up. Give it a couple extra spins. Make it work. Nice and snug. Let it cool. Seal it a little bit more. Let it kind of run up. It's wicking up the wax right now. I have wax currently. Yeah, you can see it on the camera. And it's almost cool enough to hold. Let's just put this down and go ahead. Get off my finger. And do a double ply. But when I mentioned in the other video, these type of matches that will burn for 2.5 minutes, 3 minutes, that's because some of them are 2-ply and some of them are 1. And at this point, you can, if you really like to play with heat, there we go. And this is just one of those little coffee cup warmers. You know, back when I was in the service, as you get a little older, sometimes they take you out of the woods and stick you on a desk for a little bit. So something about my coffee, when I got busy, I wasn't drinking it too fast. So saw one of these at one of the old discount stores for just a couple of dollars and had it laying around. I thought, that's a neat use for that. Let's use it to make wax wet. Currently dipping the striking end. And we're going to do this about 3 times per dip, you know, each end of the wax about 3 times. I don't know how well you can tell, but the wax is slowly dissipating in the container. Now I did pull the wicks out. We have a different use for wick that I'm still considering if I'm going to share that one or not. All right. Now, remember I said we do things different on this channel? Putting a wax in candle is repeating what I've seen. Great idea. I'm glad I learned it. Putting things in straws, such as, yes, this is a cotton ball unrolled, is done on YouTube. I repeated it. Hold on. There's more. You act now. No, just kidding. Look, I took some of this. We talk about it in another video. This hand sanitizer. It's like you get the big containers at best value. I think $1 or $2, and you get a huge container. You can make so many of these, you'll live forever. All right, that's a joke. We're going to put this into the straw. We need something to kind of coax it down in there. So, yeah, I'm using a Strike Anywhere match with hand sanitizer and cotton. Yeah, it's up to you. Redipping the Strike Anywhere side on this match. I want to make sure it is really, really, really sealed. A couple of layers is not going to be a bad thing, especially for what we're about to do. Yes, we're going to put this in these. Oh, I'm surprised. I didn't think they would fit. These fit also. Now, got a little problem. That's about as tight as I can get it, ladies and gentlemen. It's up. Now, we gotta put this bed down for the night. So, let's go with scissors. Let's just take a little snip. Alright, they're not the greatest scissors, but they do work on some things. Get it wet again one more time. Just that one end. what you don't want to happen is you don't want, while this is stuffed in there with that alcohol soaked cotton, you don't want this to accidentally ignite. You don't. All right, so packaging it like this, I'm only gonna say I do a couple of them. This is waterproof anyhow. This just keeps two items close to each other. You could put them in two separate compartments if you wanted to, two separate packages if you wanted to. You know, one for the cotton and a different one then for the match. It's all up to you. But what we're about to do is, it's not the safest thing. We're just going to take a look at it and see if it actually works. Ooh, that got warm. Have a little more of that. Fingerprint making material. It's great to return to sender. Yeah, there it is. Making a mess here. All right. Oh, while we're at it, let's go ahead and bust this one down a little bit. There we go. Quick tinder. It'll light. It'll hold a flame. I'm not going to throw it out. Matter of fact, guess where I might put it? Yep, you're right. Probably in a straw. I'm not going to say in this video, but in one of these videos, I might put it in a straw. Okay, I hope you saw that. There is this small dipped match, the cotton soaked in hand sanitizer, and we're about to seal it. I think we've seen these before. Trusty friend, trusty not rusty. And it looks like we're going to have a quick wick. The plastic will melt. We'll make a darker smoke. This is now sealed. Give it a little squeeze back and forth, and there's no air coming out of it. I push on one end, and I get an air bubble increasing on the other. So it's sealed. That's the first, right? Now, repeat it with this one. This is the jumbo. This was a 2-ply tissue, if you remember. Careful you don't strike that sucker. Yeah, that would be not cool. I'd have to save that for my ultimate fails reel. I hope that one is long time coming. You know, the ultimate fails reel. That's an eraser I don't want to have to replace very often. All right, 2 down. Wow. Real quick, before we get off of here today, we're going to do it one more time. This is a 2-ply. We'll do one more match for you. Lay it on. I hope you're getting it by now, ladies and germs. If you're not, wow. I guess after about 3 to 7 days in the bush with no heat, no food, no way to look out for yourself, we just have to toss that up to thin the herd, right? One end. Let it cool. While we're doing that, we're going to go ahead and, this one here is just a little bit longer. And I think I'm going to try squirting a little bit of the hand sanitizer goo in there first. And see if I don't live to regret that. Let's see what happens. All right, so we're almost done. Yeah, that's still a little bit warm. One more turn. Okay, now we're going to have to let that just sit. That's the one right there I just did. All right. I said we're going to try squirting a little bit of this this hand sanitizer juice up in there. So let's go with that first. Because as I put the cotton in there, I'm hoping that it actually sucks it up. So just a few drops. It'll keep the cotton nice and moist. And yeah, the other thing is, just like my triple antibiotic, if I need this, I can always just cut the end off and to it. So let's actually, this is completely dried out now. So here's kind of what we're doing. We're going to just run a bead down the middle. Close Close it up so it doesn't evaporate. This stuff goes away quick. Hold it. Just kind of knead it through the material just a little bit. Don't waste too much time on it. And then I need to make sure I'm wiping down the inside of my tube because I'm about to apply a flame to this with a candle wick type system on the inside. Okay, not in the house, not without adult supervision. You know, if you even if you have a question, can I do this? Don't. You need to either know that you're going to be okay or you're not. I have baking soda, a box of baking soda sitting right within reach. If fire does blaze out, I can immediately get to that baking soda, and that generally extinguishes fires on the spot by suffocating them out. Again, well, let's just snip the tip. Need to get my med box and get them good scissors out I got. Man, I've cut pennies and blue jeans, uniforms. Gotta assess your patient. You gotta get to what you need to look at. I say we call it. Let's give it a push. Here we go. Will it fit? That's the game. Yep, fits. Let's give it a little pokey poke. Here we go. Now remember, we just had hand sanitizer running across the edge here. So, things go right. You're not going to know what brand baking soda I'm using today. Here we go. Don't light. Burn it down. Let that heat come out of there before it bothers that match. Okay. Only one thing I got left to do, besides clean this mess up right here, is write on it. So, remember what we put down here. Hand sanitizer. A big A. Yeah, what's that stand for? Alcohol. You're right. And then we have dipped match. Oops. A dipped match. Waterproof. 2 times. So what depth? I don't know. Will it float? Absolutely. I got a huge air pocket in there. Match. Match. Guess where that's going to end up? It's going to end up in a fire pit, keeping me warm or cooking some food. But until that point in time, yeah, it's going in the little box. I got to dig that out of my truck yet. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know what you think. Like I always say, strive to survive to stay alive. Knowledge not written down or shared is a waste. You guys have a great day.